All right, so now that we have our materials worked out here, now we can really kind of start to look at the coding problem that we have. So we need to get a random color and we want that to be applied to our left cube. So we're only going to be worrying about that right now. So on the left cube, this is using the random color material. So I'm going to reset this back to white for now. And then let's go ahead and create a new folder. And I'm going to put this inside of the challenges folder and create a new one called scripts. And then inside of this, we're going to create a new script. In this case, it's going to be mono behavior script. And let's call this random color. I'm going to go ahead and double click on this to open it. All right. And you'll see that I'm using JetBrains Writer, which is perfectly fine. You can still use Visual Studio. You're not going to lose anything out of this. Whatever IDE you're comfortable with using. Now, the first thing that I want to do is go ahead and look up any sort of help that I can gain from this. So I'm going to go ahead and say Unity random color and material. All right. Now you'll see that I get several different hits. I get videos and things like that. I'm not going to do that. I want to actually go straight to the Unity manual because this is a great way to learn. So looking at this, you'll see that this particular code looks like it's coming from the random library here, or the random class, and then we have a color class as well. And so with this, it's color HSV. That stands for hue, saturation, and value. Okay, and so this is a way that we can create a very specific color if we wanted to. And you'll see here that we have using Unity Engine, and we have our class name, and then this says on mouse down. Then we pick a random saturated and not too dark color. And so we're getting the component, and the component is the renderer. And then we're accessing the material, and then we're accessing the color property. And then we're using the random.color HSF or HSV function. It takes in float parameters. And so we have, looks like hue minimum and hue maximum are the first two, and then saturation minimum and saturation maximum. And then we have the last two, which is alpha minimum and alpha maximum. Okay, so here we get a pretty good idea of how we could make a very specific range on how we want this to look. And so I think this looks pretty good to me. All right, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and move this off. And then we're going to come in, and remember that we wanted this to happen at the start of the game. And so are going to use the start function here. So with that, all I need to do is say get component. And then the component that we needed to get was renderer. All right, so now using what you see here, go ahead and give that a shot. Try out using this particular function to change the color of the left cube for our object. And then remember, you need to do that at the start whenever we press play. So give that a shot, and I'll see you in the next video.